What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Mike from Mass here. Got a lot of live shows going on tonight. Oh, what the heck did I just do? I see Rico's going tonight, talking about his reef tanks. It's a new project. Go check him out. Hold on. Let me mute. See the chat here. What's up, Rye? My brother from Massachusetts. What's up, David? Rico, thumbs up, and the pound. You can simultaneously be live and support other people. Guy's the man. Hey, Keith, what's up? Oop, put the phone on. David, JSS. Yeah, I know, I just left Rico's to do my own live stream. I was getting antsy. I was going to go live tonight. Just didn't feel like waiting until 11. Gave Rico a text. We chatted for a few minutes. Then he was about to go live. Now I'm going to go live. Hey, it's like paying for cable TV. Really. You just have different channels to watch. Up, Rico's. Oh, he looks like he just finished. Call me, Nemo says. What's up from Tennessee? Mark, love Tennessee. Got lots of family in Tennessee. Spent lots of summers in Tennessee. Turbo Fish, Ian Broom, keeping it local. Westboro in the house. Hey, I work in Southboro. I'm like right there. Are the Pats going to beat the Titans by 20? I would assume they're going to beat them by more than 20. No, it's one of those games. They're playing Vrabel, old school linebacker for the Pats, now coaching Tennessee. And it's going to be one of those games where you think the Pats are going to roll them, and it's going to be a super tight game. Guaranteed. Strakers from New Hampshire. Sweet. I know. My little lady turned 4 today. Time flat. Right. I saw your Facebook post, Ryan. The blonde, your daughter. Awesome. I know. Time's flying, man. I got one about to turn 11, one about to turn 9. My princess is 5, and Lukey, the last savage, is 2.5. And the time is flying. What's up, St. Clair? Hudson, what's up? Hi, Lisa. Thank you for coming. Boston Pride, what's up? Fish fam, Hudson here. Hudson here too. Go Pats. Dilly dilly. Bubba, dilly dilly. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, so here's something interesting for you guys. I've decided that anybody who leaves a super chat with a question, I have to take a tiny little sip of Fireball. So, sorry, but that's going to be the new tradition. Just a wee bit. I want to see people drop in like 95, 99-cent super chats, and then all you'll be watching is me passed out on the floor. What's up, dang tanks? Oh, congratulations, Ian. Just turned 4, another one on the way. Got another girl, boy. Ryan is, I've never met him in person, but he's from Massachusetts, and his baby girl just turned 4 today. So happy birthday to Ryan's daughter. I love Ryan's Facebook post. It's always like of the kids, or it's like lean backed in a chair or a couch, and there's just like the Bruins on, or like the Celtics or the Sox, and then big reef tank to the right. That's pretty cool. Ryan's from Weymouth. Okay, right down the street almost. Well, I mean, we're in Massachusetts, so everything's besides Western Mass is pretty much right down the street. Got Huckleberry here, all wet. It's raining out. Hit that thumbs up, folks. Hit that like button. Support the channel. support my aquarium box. Go visit myaquariumbox.com. We got a lot of cool things coming up this year for 2019. Super excited. Jay Carey with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. No comment, just cheers, 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 and smiley face. Do I like fresh water or salt water better? What's up, Mike? My trash panda buddy. If I had to pick, I would say definitely fresh water. It's not because I'm a freshwater guy. I do like salt water. It's very beautiful. It's different kind of calming effect, different things to grow, but like saltwater, people think that saltwater tanks are very easy. I think that freshwater tanks are easy. So I would pick saltwater. Easy water changes, easy maintenance. You don't have to do as many things or add as many things. Huckleberry, come on, go lay down. And yeah, I would definitely pick freshwater at the end of the day, but I love both of them. Ever dabble in making my own fish food? Yeah, I have made my own fish food tons of times. And I even made some fish food using the Dr. Tim's beneficial fish food kit. That was pretty fun. Dilly Dilly, Boston Proud. Dilly Dilly. I got my River Life See It, Love It, Live It koozie here. I got to get my, there we go. Put that there. Uh-oh. I just lost that. Okay. How can I, what the heck am I doing here? I always do that. Anyway, Dilly Dilly. Hit that thumbs up. Yep, smash them, Lisa. Smash the thumbs up. I'm starting a 10-gallon nano reef for 2 small seahorses. Any tips? No, I don't have any tips. I've never kept seahorses. I've never even wanted to keep seahorses, actually, so I don't know. And no, I do not have any tips, but good luck. G's in the house. Phone dying. Huck ate a cardboard tube today. Yep, Huck will eat pretty much anything. If it falls on the floor, he'll probably eat it. What's up, DM's Reef Tank? Keep them cool and clean. Yes, sir. So I was really hoping a bunch of people would jump on tonight and tell me what they... Huckleberry, you crazy dog. Stop it. Hey, stop. Huck. Of course. Dude was passed out for like 2.5 hours. I start to live stream. He's crazy McGee. A few things I wanted to talk about. Can't wait to start the next edition of a new venture. Super excited about that. But I wanted to talk about YouTube videos as far as like what we're into. Anybody who's watching this obviously must like fish or fish keeping. Like there's just so many videos, it's tough to even keep up with anybody's videos, because back in the day, even before I started, but when I started years and years ago, there was like very minimal people to watch, and you couldn't wait to see a few certain people. And then now all of a sudden there's just like a trillion fish keeping channels. You want to try to watch all the videos to see what people are doing. Yep, there's Lisa doing her thing. Some really like laggy internet here. How's it look to you guys? Is it a thumbs up? There we go. So as I was saying, it is so tough to keep up with everybody's YouTube channel. There's so many YouTube videos out there, so much that's being talked about lately. It's tough to keep up, almost impossible. Mike wants seahorses. How's the new beta tank coming along? It's in the box. I have the stone and driftwood and beta and water, and I do not have the substrate yet. I'm waiting for my bag of island gold, Carib Sea island gold, to come. As soon as that comes, can't wait to escape that little 5-gallon spec and get Mr. Pumpkin Seed, mustard seed in the tank, which is a mustard gas beta or beta, depending on what part of the country you're from. What's up, Exclusive Reef? What's happening? Yeah, Lisa's everywhere. She's the gal. She wrenches her way around and helps everybody's channel. Super good, super awesome supporter of YouTubers. Lisa's Aquatics. Go check her out. We got ARD up at 215 across the pond. Rico's got a thumbs up. Like Rico had like, I think right before I left, there was like 160 something people watching. Did Rico hit the number of likes to give away the prize? What's up, Eric? Lisa's always putting the good stuff down. Love that. Yeah, let's get some thumbs up. Does anybody have any questions? Concerns with their tanks, perhaps? I had a long week of work. I was just super excited to like jump on the YouTube. All right. Yep. 130. That's awesome. So I think Rico was wanting 125 thumbs up. He got to 130. That is badass. I tried to watch so many YouTube videos just to keep up with what's going on in the fish keeping community this week. It was almost ridiculous, the amount of videos that are out there. It's just unbelievable. It's so many videos, you don't know what to watch. They're all like, they all follow the algorithm of, you know, got to be over 10 minutes long, so you get the double ad. Gotta be have the thumbnail that's exciting or the exciting words. It's just like crazy. Too many videos, too little time. If you wanted to watch every fish keeping video of all the channels every day, that would be a full-time job. It's too bad they didn't pay people to watch YouTube videos all day, but just in the certain niches like aquariums. You sit here, watch YouTube videos all day long on the aquarium, and just write a little something or like a paragraph. And we'll put it in a magazine that nobody will read, but I'm going to pay you $75K a year to do that. Perfect. What's up, Joseph? What's happening from way down south in the flooded areas? I just saw you get stuck in a store the other day. Oh yeah, Ryan, OSA. I talked to the owner and I follow him on YouTube and Facebook and everything. I can't wait to get down there and see what they have. Should be really cool. A good way to anchor plants in a substrate. Just those aluminum bendy like twist ties, I call them. I don't know if they're aluminum or what, but they bend really easy. Wrap them around the roots, they'll just sink, and no matter how much get dug up, They'll always be at the bottom. Gracias, my friend. I'm having oil slick problems on my 75 Oscar tank. 2 big canister filters. Any advice? Just the 1 Oscar. Oil slick. Is it a, first of all, do you have it covered? Because if it's open top, it could be anything. If it is covered, I would suggest making sure you have enough surface agitation that's blowing everything to the filter. Maybe put some filter floss in your filter. They do make, Fluval makes surface skimmers. It's not like necessarily a skimmer that you use in a saltwater tank, but it's more of a surface, like gets that scum off the top, like you're saying, like that oil slick that sometimes you see. How do you get rid of algae easy? There's no easy way ever to get rid of algae, Joseph. Got to find out what the problem is. Too much light, overfeeding, not enough plants. Like, you got to give me somewhere to start. What's up, fishy? Fishy fish brother. Now that I know what fishy snowman looks like, it's cool because I'm like, hey, I'm talking to fishy with this bald head just staring at me with this white shirt, just like being cool. And I'm like, yeah, I know you now. But now that I see you, like the name, I can be like, just picture your face right there. Looks like Rico and Joe. I've seen these guys. I've talked to them. So when I see their names on here, it's like, hey, talking right to you. Lots of water wisteria, probably too much light. Yeah. So if you have plenty of plants, Joseph, and you're still getting algae, and I'm talking about like green algae or brown algae, not like blackbeard, that it has nothing to do with either one really, but then your photo period's way too long. I always start with 6 hours minimum, and then if I can bump it up here and there, I will, but I usually don't go over 8 hours for light. So it could be light, and if it's heavily planted, maybe just stop feeding so much. What's up, Dave? Dave's Nano Tanks is in the house. Also dealing with algae. Maybe you should ask Dave. I think he's dosing fluconazole right now or something in his reef tank to get rid of the hair algae. River Life. Cheers. Rakatuski. I think Rack's like a grizzly. His latest Stallone circa Rambo thumbnail was hilarious. That's what it reminds me of. Fix my algae with your 50-50 mix, then dose liquid carbon every day. Algae hate carbon. True. I love that 50-50 Excel hydrogen peroxide too. That's awesome. First Blood River. That's right. That bandana, which was green, and the beard, it was just like when I grew up, friggin' late 80s, early 90s, friggin' Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, Schwarzenegger, all those guys. That was that thumbnail. So cheers to River Life. Rack, my boy. Go check him out. Riverlife.com. Riverlife, whatever YouTube channel. I don't know how you say it. It's probably not .com. Like, go check out Mass Aquarium. So go check out Riverlife. I don't know that if Rack has a Riverlife.com, but if he does, he should. What's up, Slash? How's the Scorpions doing? OG, how's it going, OG's Fish Rooms? Nice to meet you at the Aquatic Experience. Oh, Dave's got the new phone. I did also see, I think that Dave smashed his phone at some point on Instagram. So now he has a new phone. So that's good. Oh, he's doing flux for bryopsis. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, folks, for anybody who doesn't know, saltwater bryopsis looks like Java moss for you freshwater people, and it sticks to everything and it's like almost impossible to get rid of. So Dave, I think, is dosing Reflux, which I think is metronidazole or fluconazole or some sort of antifungal, and it's hopefully getting rid of his bryopsis. I had that one time. I just took the rock that it was on, beautiful corals and all, and just got rid of it right from the tank. Did I see the fluval megaflex? And if yes, what do you think? I have not seen the fluval megaflex. Slash has a new snake coming. What's the best light out there for a planted tank? There's tons of awesome lights. I like the Marineland lights. These LEDs behind me, they have a blue phase, so you can like ramp it up almost like if you're doing saltwater. Don't fire a bright light on the fish, but it starts with blues, sort of wakes everything up, then goes to whites, and you can program it all from the light. You don't need a timer. They grow plants clearly awesome. And I have them on my 135 downstairs that has grown the jungle val, the blixa, pothos above. I really like them. How do I keep my tiger lotus low and compact? So what you want to do is weigh that rhizome, that big rhizome ball down with some of those aluminum zip ties, I call them. You know, the plant weights that they can twist and bend. And then when you have shoots that will go chase the light, so you'll have like this, like the lotus you see back here, and then all of a sudden you'll have 2 or 3 shoots that just go right to the top and lily pad out. You just cut those right at the bottom and pull them out. It promotes new growth, and you keep the plant nice and sort of low and bushy. If you let all of those go to the top, you're going to cut out your light source, and everything's going to want to go straight up, and it's not going to get compact and keep producing. That's pretty much with any plant. If you keep trimming the top, especially with stem plants and rhizomes, it promotes like big, like bushier growth as opposed to tall and straight. Joseph likes the Finnick Stingray. I've always heard great things about that, but I've never actually had one. Yeah, like a sinker for fishing. Lead ties. Thank you, David. Jesus, I was saying aluminum. Yeah, the lead ties. It's like a lead zip tie. Not a zip tie, a lead bread, like a lead bread tie. Actually, we sell them. We have tons of them. Visit shop.myaquariumbox.com. I bet you we have tons of those. Aqualighter LED lights. I don't know if they're known. Nope, never used those. What's up, Mike Taco? Any ideal plans for goldfish? They keep tearing up everything. Don't have a lot of experience with goldfish. Probably do floating plants like duckweed and water wisteria, frogbit, because the plants reproduce so fast that the goldfish will eat them, but they'll always be a supply because they just reproduce, especially duckweed, like crazy. Keith is setting up a first tank for nephews. 38 bow front. What size and type filter for it do you recommend? I would do a fluval canister, like 306 or 406, all day. If you would rather do a hang on back, I'd do an Aqua Clear 70, and that would also be perfect. Yeah, they do eat everything, don't they? You can go the other way. That's Nate, who should be in bed. Yeah, fake plants work too. Fake plants are really good. So Mike Taco says he's had a lot of different type of plants and nothing survives. At that point, if you don't have a strong enough light and if you don't have any nutrients in the substrate, it could just be your water quality. Might be too hard. What is your opinion on people first? What is your opinion on pea puffers? I've never kept on. You don't want to hear my opinion on people, that's for sure. My opinion on pea puffers, I've never kept them, but I know people that have. One of my good old buddies, Paul Madfish, he hasn't made a video in years, but go check out his channel. He used to have pea puffers. They eat the crap out of your plants, so you can't keep plants unless you give them things to eat, like little snails, so that they can, I think they file their teeth off. Someone who has them, correct me if I'm wrong, or tell me, yes, that's what they do. You know what? I want to say thank you for all your videos, you opening a beer, talking about football, and then letting us know what's real and not about the hobby really helped. Thank you, Larry1986. Appreciate that. Thanks, DEA. Exotics. Okay, so David says yes, a lot of snails. Gone Mad says Fish Fam. Yes, what is Fish Fam these days? Who even knows, really? The hashtag Fish Fam. I actually thought the Fish Fam was like, we're all in this together. We're all YouTubers. We're all fish keepers. Everybody for everybody. But the hashtag Fish Fam seems to be more like clicky these days. I don't know how to explain it. I'm old. Sorry, looking at the texty. Damn phones. Dilly dilly, Lisa. These. Oh, how's the discus? Sorry, these stupid things, right? You see it. I might have a special guest coming in 27 minutes. Who knows? I have to refigure out the bit.ly link so I can send it. Oh, so Rack says pea puffers are now eating Hikari Vibrabites processed food. That's good. Good for Hikari as well. I'm gonna have to get some of those. Was that how you spell it, Joe? I'm so stupid. If I was seeing it in my head, it wouldn't be spelled like that. I don't know, Joe. I feel like we should be a community that all support each other, but it doesn't feel like that a lot of the time. But hey, everybody's who they are. I didn't get into the fish keeping YouTube business to do this kind of stuff, just to spread the love and hopefully educate people, show them all the mistakes I make so that you don't have to make them, and hopefully teach some new young kids to get into this hobby and like it and love it and see the challenge and the relaxation and the happiness and everything about the hobby, and hope everybody that is in the YouTube fish community does the same thing. Got to spread the love to the next generation or it becomes nothing. Right there, right, Rack? See it, love it, live it. The Rackster. I like Rack. He's a good guy. Like I said, I've only met him twice. Once briefly, once a little bit more than briefly. He's a good dude. The Rackinator. Yeah, of course, dude. Share the hell out of that, Joe. Share it, share it. Ooh, Tap thinks Gordon's going to burn Butler for dose TDs. That would be a very nice day. I think they're going to put Butler on Edelman because Butler can only go one way right now. He's getting burnt by every receiver in the league, so I doubt they'll put him on Gordon, but we'll see. And if they do, I hope that comes true because that'd be sweet. Driftwood says Joey has nice teeth. Joe from JH or Joey? What's his face? Joey DIY has nice teeth. Yes, and fishy small head, bald head. Sorry, bald head. Just busting your chops, dude. Ryan's daughter likes singing to the fish. That's so funny. My daughter has talked to the fish several occasions, pretending to shoot videos. Damn friggin' straight, Rack. You owe me a beer. Where I wish I could see that friggin' where's that thing? So if I hit this, and then I do that. No, if I do this, this. All right, there we go. All right, now I can see what's going on. All right, where was I? Yeah, Rack, you do owe me 6 beers now. Sorry. We've moved from just 1 beer that has to fill your koozie to now you have to bring me 6 beers to fill your koozie. Has to be. It's like interest. It's like I'm running the juice. You were going to bring me a beer. I never got my Bud Light in the koozie. The juice is running, and the way I see it is from October to October, the juice is going to be 6 beers for sure. Everybody go check out Joseph's promo code, $5 off your first My Aquarium box at his code, MABJH. He's a great guy. I follow him on Instagram and Facebook. See, that's the thing. I do like those things, like normal life type of stuff, as opposed to just like all fish all day. But Joe seems like he's a super sincere fish dude. Just really loves the fish. Am I into Carpintus, Texas stuff? No, I don't know what that is. But yes, go Pats for sure. Lisa is the woman, the best. What would be smallest tank to start a reef tank would you recommend? So I'm going to say what pretty much everybody who's ever done saltwater says is go with the biggest tank that you can possibly have to start, which I didn't do. I started with a 10, spent a little bit of money just to go to a 40, and then wanted to go bigger and bigger and bigger. Then learned how to take care of saltwater and was able to enjoy another small aquarium again. Jesus, Huck. Huck's got his big giant bone. But the answer to your question is, I think if you have to start off small, but want to make it big enough to be worth it, I think a 40 breeder is the perfect size tank. And for 2 reasons. It has the height and the depth that you need. 55 gallons, you might think is more, but it's super skinny. There's not a lot you can do with it. There's not a lot, in my opinion, the place, once you have it filled with rock for the fish to go. But I love 40 breeders for starting for any aquarium, freshwater or saltwater. But if you can do a 40 breeder, do a 40 breeder for sure. You can calculate the weight of an aquarium once it's full of water, but how do you know if a piece of furniture can hold it? Well, you just got to make sure it's braced for it and it's not really across the middle, but it's the 4 corners have to be braced I don't know if there's there probably is an equation easily. If Greg was here, he would definitely know the answer. But buy a fish aquarium or watch YouTube videos on how to make DIY stands. There's tons of them out there. I've done 2 on my 40 breeder and my 135, so I have 2 videos. But lots of people, actually, I watched Greg's video on how to make a DIY stand for a 40 breeder before I even knew Greg. And then like a couple of years later, I met Greg and I was like, oh my God, did you do that video? I've watched that like a million times while I was making my 40 breeder stands. Friday night, how was everybody's work week? Getting ready for the weekend. Looking forward to this whole weekend full of soccer. But I got a ton of work done on the fish tanks this week. Tons of water changes, and Greg and my cousin Jamie packed all of my aquarium boxes today. I got home from work and Greg was gone. The basement was like clean. The boxes were in the garage. Greg was amazing. Thanks to my cousin Jamie for helping out. It was really awesome. Yeah, pretty good Friday in that aspect. Yeah, Ryan's got his birthday party for his daughter this weekend. What's up, Naked Reefer? High five. Smack. We've got 2 dislikes so far. At least I know there's 2 people that watch me. Even if they don't like me, they still watched enough to hit the dislike. What do I think of Damon Patterson and the light I won a while back from you is legit? What do I think of Damian Patterson? All right. I'm not quite sure who that is. The light you won is awesome because that's Marineland. Steve Poland's in the house. Oh, I gotta give this young man, Mr. Steve, is gonna get a wrench. Steve, young man, killing it on YouTube. Watched him for years. Finally met him at the aquatic experience, and he's my kind of guy for sure. We hit it off. We have a lot in common. No need to discuss what we have in common. It's just like we're the same age, so we grew up at the same time, and we have the same attitude towards pretty much everything in life, I guess. I'm looking forward to seeing Steve again. Steve might be one of those guys where like you just get along good and you look forward to hanging out with him, kind of like you've hung out with him for like 20 years. You know, like you see best friends around and you're like, you haven't seen him in 10 years, but you just pick up right where you left off. Steve seems like one of those guys. Same with Fishy Snowman. It's like you see him and you're like, hey, what the fuck's up? Hey, what's going on, man? What's up? How's the kids? Doing good? All right, let's go grab a burger. You know, one of those guys. I know the snow's coming, and so is ice fishing. And I'm going to try to get a friggin' snowmobile because the farm behind me goes crazy with the snowmobiles. And so my wife wants a snowmobile. So I'm like, all right, we just got to get a snowmobile and friggin' go bombing back there. Kids will have broken arms every winter. Cheers, Fishy. Cheers, Stevie. Cheers, Lisa. Cheers, Joseph. Joseph also seems like a dude I'd hang around with on a regular basis, but every time I see him, he's always so exhausted from interviewing people. Oh, see, Greg's still here. He said he was going to go to bed. He's not going to bed. Greg never stops. He's working on our new and exciting business. See, we have my Aquarium Box, which Greg runs, and now he's behind the scenes running the next company we're about to start. It's going to be friggin' awesome. I can't wait to start that. Dilly dilly, Lisa. Fishy says, you or talk in my world, let me know. Come on, man. Got to type better than that. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, Steve does have a good radio voice too. It's pretty funny. Steve is like, if you had to give people like your best boys, like all like, this is who this guy reminds me of. Steve is like Jeff Goldblum to me. Steve's like my best friend, Jeff Goldblum. Steve Goldblum, as I like to call him. Or Jeff Poland. I forget. Oh yeah, no shit, Fishy. I can't wait for ice fishing. I mean, that's a must. That happens every Saturday until there's no more ice. And hopefully, see, everybody this time of year is like, oh man, it's like friggin' the weather's this and that. I'm like, if it's not going to be warm, let's just make it like freezing cold. Huckleberry. Make it freezing cold. Get that ice. Get, a couple. All you need is 3 or 4 inches. Boom. You're on the ice. Catching bass left and right. Like, enough of this crappy, not warm. It's like 40s, but it's raining. Like, fucking hate that weather. Yes. So let's just make it cold. It's not summer anymore. Let it be cold. There should just be 2 seasons, warm and cold. And then, like, in that season, you hang out by the pool, go to the beach. And then in the next season, you just ice fish and burn fires and go snowmobiling all the time. Basically. Billy Pipes is here, who has a wrench. Billy is a giant human being, and he reminds me of like a big softie. He told me this story of how he's still tough on his daughter, and tries to let her know what the real world is, and she trips or falls skating or whatever she's doing and busts her teeth or whatever, and she looks up at Billy and was like, Dad, I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm not going to cry. And Billy was like, and that's the time I knew I was too hard on my daughter. My poor daughter. Like, that's so I have 3 boys and 1 girl. So it's easy for me to like dote over my daughter because I already have 3 boys that are constantly getting hurt. Then I'm just like, whatever. Is it broken? Do you need to go to the hospital? No. Are you bleeding? Are you bleeding bad? Okay, you're not bleeding bad, but you're just bleeding? All right, you know where the band-aids are. I'm busy. You can figure it out. No hospital? Okay. No tourniquet? We're good. All right, good to go. Oh my God, is there mods everywhere? Yes. Chilling, looking at the new basement system. Nice, Billy. Ryan's doing the arrow. Don't know what that is. Fishy's out. He's going nanites. Yeah, rub some dirt on it, right, Rack? That's what I say. You gotta get the kids to like live their life. Gotta get them to make mistakes. Greg is still awake. Greg Jones, folks. If there is 41 people watching, there must be 1 person watching that doesn't know Greg Jones. Go check out his channel. He's doing amazing things on his channel now. I even like to watch him. Glad to know Greg. He's become a real, true, not only friend, but part of the Haynes family. Everybody knows and loves Uncle Beg, as my youngest son likes to call him. Uncle Beg is downstairs. Yes, Uncle Beg. Well, Canadians' winters suck. I bet they do, but I love winter. Period. Like I love cold. Maybe I'm weird. I love the cold. I love the snow. I love ice fishing and snowmobiling and four-wheeling and anything that has to do with burning fires and splitting wood. Like I love the cold. And it's not that I hate the warm. I also love the warm. I love both. I hate the in between where it's like it can't bang up its mind whether it's going to be warm or cold or rainy. It's like summer and winter. That's where I want to live. Wherever there's like an equal amount of both awesomeness. Rack did say he did want to come ice fishing. I do remember that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember that, but Greg says it happened, so it happened. That means Rack, get your ass up here. Probably anytime in February. You are 99% sure that there will be plenty of ice on the pond, and we will get the fire going, get the kielbasa, get the potato rolls, the Bud Lights, the fireball, set up a bunch of tilts, and we will catch probably 100 bass. No lie. Easily. And then you can go jig for kivers or perch or whatever you want. Lisa's from Canada, so she knows Canadian winters. Or Lisa, what is your weather? Could you compare your weather to someplace in the United States? I guess. I mean, I'm pretty much in Massachusetts. We're way up there where like all the lower Canadian states are. I mean, it's like summer, winter, very short falls, very short springs that are filled with rain and like, is it going to be warm or is it going to be cold? Who knows? 45-degree gross. I think Mr. Greg Jones should drop a super chat, so I have to take a shot of Fireball. Fishy wants to come. New Jersey or New York? That's even way south of me. Oh, like 4 hours south. We were just there. Peace, Priscilla. How are you? Mike from Montreal. Sandro from Montreal. Yeah, what's the weather up there right now? Must be friggin' cold. Yeah, so Greg's like, yeah, he's just gonna give me $1 next time I see him. Fishy will bring the snow. River's son, Rack's Sons in Fairbanks, says the Alaskan Northern Lights are awesome, but not that awesome. Sub-zero temps already. Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. I love everything about Alaska, but I know it's frigid. I probably shouldn't complain about Massachusetts frigid, but I mean, it does get in winter, it is constantly in the 20s or the single digits, and it will dip below zero occasionally, like at the dead of night. But there's not too, I don't think there's been too many days with the wind chill that are in the negatives. You know, maybe a dozen. Um, but I know Alaska gets to like the minus 40s, minus 30, minus 40. That's friggin' crazy. Ryan's got a nice lake 2 minutes from his house. I fish real close. I fish North Pond. I fish Warner's Pond. I'm not going to give you any of my honey holes, but if you do message me and then we meet up, I'll bring you to my honey hole in my town. Friggin' 4-pounders like crazy. I've caught every fish out of there too. For pickerel, perch, white perch, largemouth, smallmouth, creek chubs, or chub creeks, whatever you call it. Oh, Keith Boardley, just because you need a shot. Keith, you're the friggin' man, dude. Look at this. Oh, did I just get a test? I got a text from someone who wants to come on. Let's see. Thank you, Keith. Whew. Fireball. Priscilla says it's cold. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Ryan, if you follow him on Facebook, super cool, right? Oh, Rachel's home. She wants to come on. I'm going to send her the link. Yeah. Ryan posts his pictures on Instagram of cleaning the side of the buildings like 1 trillion feet in the air, which is friggin' crazy. All right. All right, Rach. Now I got to figure out how to do this. All right, all right, all right. I think I can copy that. Do that. All right. I think I've done that. All right. Let's see if I've actually completed what I was needing to do. Let's see if we can get Rachel on here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is what happens when you suck at computers, folks. So make sure you go to school. I will compose to an. There we go. And all right, Rachel, I sent you the link in your email. And that should get you to come on. No problemo. Then we can do a shot for Rachel. Cheers to Rachel. Let's see if that worked. Or I could try this. Jeez, I don't even know if that will work. Yeah, try that one too. I'll double send it. Ugh. Oh, I know double A4. There is tons of growth back there. Overgrown everything. I got to get in there with some serious scissors and trim that stuff. Naked Reefer, thank you. Dilly Dilly. tiny. Oh, Rachel's arrived.
I'm not sure where I'm added.
Are you doing a live stream with someone?
Let's see if Rachel. Can you hear me, Rach?
Are you doing a live stream with someone?
I'm not sure what's happening here.
Rachel's trying to figure it out. Rachel, can you hear me, Rach?
I'm
Oh,
hearing us in
you gotta turn your
stereo.
volume off.
Yeah, there we go. Woo!
There she is.
It came through on my cell phone, not on my computer. I was expecting it on my computer.
I emailed it and sent it on the Google invite, and I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. So
That's
the fact that
okay.
you got at least one of them was good.
Well, now they're both showing up, but you know. Cheers.
Cheers.
From Mass Aquariums. You guys are welcome to come show your faces on a live stream.
Oh, I look like a freaking.
Ooh, look at my hair. You guys are getting me at my best.
I look like a toe. I'm not coming.
This is Claudia, my youngest. This is Abigail.
Which one are you on?
I'm on this one.
I'm so confused.
That's Abby.
I'm so tired.
I thought Chris was back there, but he ran away.
So you only get to see this part of me. Oh, I have a dollar bill. Keely asked me if I was a stripper when I pulled all these dollars.
You're on
you gave
live
me
stream.
10 ones. I was like, Mom. I know. I got 10 ones too.
So you guys, teenagers are awesome.
Yep. I know, right? People think you're a stripper apparently. I'm so awesome. In the vending machine, there was 2 packs of gum for $1. So guess who?
I'm on a live stream.
Oh, sorry. I threw my mouth a little bit. You're welcome for that. Where'd he go? Did you add someone? Oh.
The problem with turning off the sound is I can't hear what's going on. So I wonder if I can make this better. No, the greenhouse is still going, Greg. It's, you know, right now the plants are all still growing pretty fiercely. But I've moved all the fish indoors. I actually was thinking, you know, it's been in the 40s here. I really need to, you know, get hot on breaking down the plants, but it's getting into almost the 80s during the day in the greenhouse. So apparently I'm commandeering the stream. I can't hear anything. I only see me. And Mike has left us. So here we go. I went out for a date with my husband tonight. That's why I'm late. I was supposed to be here at 9, but you know.
Oops.
Had to take the family first. So was Mike doing shots? Is that what I heard?
I would be doing shots too if I were Mike.
So was Mike doing shots? Is that what I heard?
I would be doing shots too if I were Mike.
So was Mike Mike just sent me a text that said he may have had a technical issue. I'm not entirely sure what this means.
All right.
Where are you?
I have no clue. The friggin' thing just shut down like crazy.
Oh, look, we're in an ongoing video call. There we are.
What the fuck has happened? The second you join, the whole computer's going. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Where are all my screens?
Well, I don't know, and I had no sound through my phone, so I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting here, like, looking at chat and talking to myself. Awesome.
Yeah, I see your daughters like putting their heads in. I'm like, can anybody hear me? Like, but I can't see like myself or anything that's going on.
Well, and of course, my children are chiming in their joyous fashion. So
I will be taking a shot.
this is a live stream for the record books.
How was jiving practice? No, there's no answer. So can you see me now?
I can.
Okay. Cheers. Good to see you.
I like your fancy hat.
This is my Boston Scally cap.
It's like a Kangol.
What?
Oh yeah, is that what those things are called? Oh, I
Yes.
don't even know. So are we still live? Is the chat going on?
I think so. It's showing up on YouTube like we are.
Oh my goodness. That's so weird.
So
As
they're
soon as
all
I
talking, have a normal conversation.
Oh no, we're live. We're definitely live. Oh yes. But there's only 35 people watching in the whole world, so we're good.
What?
Do you see my
Finally, I
daughter
have the
loading the
whole screens up. My God, that was ridiculous. All right, I can relax. I was in panic mode for like 9.5 seconds.
I had no idea that anything was amiss. I was just sitting here, like, drinking my bourbon, being chill, not realizing that this was all fucked up.
No, it's fine. I mean, we were all live, but you took over while I had a, computer screen meltdown, so that was good. But I'm not very computer savvy, so, I mean, that's what happens when you have no clue what you're doing.
Well, I mean, equally, since I had no clue we were having a problem, it was totally fine.
But the viewers seem to like it. I shortened it to just single viewers, so there's actually 35 million people watching, but it just shows up as 35. So what does YouTube think about all those people watching us? All 35 million people watching.
I mean, I think that if they saw us in our glory, it would absolutely break the internet.
Yeah, I think that's what happened is so I'm like my channel and I'm like, I just got, okay, Rachel wants to come on. Like someone just like, fuck, Mike's channel cannot handle Rachel, power off. And then that's what fucked my whole screen up. Had to be.
It's the vortex of Rachel.
Yeah, definitely.
So I walked into a dive bar tonight. My husband and I we were young parents, so we haven't gone out much in the past 20 years, which sounds horrible. But we walked into a bar tonight that we've never been in, and quite literally everyone stopped talking, looked at us, and had to comment on my appearance. And I really thought it was unbelievable. So I could fully believe that I could break the internet.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Last year we won at the Aquatic Experience. Me, Sean, and Greg and Michael, like we tend to do, is shy away from the crowd. And I'm like, hey, let's go to that pool hall and we'll shoot pool and drink beers. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. We walk into the pool hall and there's friggin' nobody playing pool, but there's like 46 kids playing role-playing video games. And all the pool tables are like stacked in the way in the corner, and all the foosball tables and everything's like put away, and there's just people playing video games. I may have told you the story. I don't know. It's wacky. So I can't believe someone would say that.
So I went to this bar tonight, and I was given this delightful scarf from a lovely, lovely man. So you can all admire my scarf beauty.
It's like a beta. It's like a beta scarf.
It smells delightful. Well, it smells like way too much cologne,
Like
but also very delightful. Well, no, not like tequila and butt. Like I have too much money to spend on fancy, smelly things.
But
I liked the colors. So we'll take it. No, he gave it to me because your mother is beautiful.
Just because you said I like it.
He thought I was fabulous. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my daughter.
And then you got
That's okay. Nady just rolled by like, I don't know, half hour ago. Just going to get my iPad. Creep, creep, creep.
Well, we literally just walked in the door and both my children arrived home at the same time. So I do apologize for the interruptions. You might also see cat butt because that's what they do when we sit down at night.
Absolutely no need to apologize, especially for cat butt.
Oh, God, sorry, Mabel.
So what is the topic of the night? What did I miss? What are we doing?
Well, I first started talking about how YouTube is just saturated with aquarium videos that you can't even keep up and try to watch. Like it would have to be your full-time job to sit around and watch YouTube fish videos. And I feel that a while ago, people were putting out videos to sort of educate and show what they've done bad or what they've done good and try to help, the next person in their fish keeping journey. And now it's really just like, there's just way too many videos to even watch, and doesn't seem to be a lot of education out there. And I don't mean to put you on the spot if you don't want to talk about any.
No, I'm happy to talk about this.
That's what I was talking about earlier. I just feel that it's really all about, and it's such a small niche. Like, if you want to be entertained, like you're gonna watch TV or you're gonna watch the guy dance or, the guy fall on ice and you're gonna laugh. Go watch America's Funniest Home Videos. But if you want to learn something, you go to fish keeping channels. But now it's just like nothing nothing after nothing after nothing. And then it's so saturated that you can't even figure your way through it.
I mean, I think it's not an issue of the content that's being produced. It's an issue of sort of what's being rewarded by the algorithm. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that as creators, but as followers, what you can do is make sure that you are, God, and this sounds so pedantic, but make sure that you're subscribing to the channels that you actually enjoy, that you're engaging with them, as in comments, likes, like shares, whatever. I don't even really know how all of that works. But what I see is that I make videos that I think that are actually valuable. And I know that you relate to this, and they get very little traction. And then you see things that are just painfully irrelevant that do really well. And I mean, I guess that's, sort of the pain of the platform. We can only do what we can do. And personally, all I can say is that I'm stupid proud of the audience I've built. And I know you are too. And I'm super excited every time I read any comment, anytime anyone bothers to comment on a video I make. And, what I'd like to think is that eventually there'll be some sort of, I don't know if division of platform is correct, but some sort of differentiation between sort of the social nonsense and the more education-based platforms. It is what it is. But we can only do what we can do. And, I make videos all the time that freaking flop My worst videos on my channel are my species spotlights, but they're also the ones that I think are the most important.
Yeah, the most
So I'm not going
informational.
to stop doing them. I mean, but they get the worst views historically, which is nuts because they're the ones that are the reason I started YouTube.
Right. No, I hear that. That's crazy. But the ones that will last forever, those educational ones, for sure. Because those, you can shoot a video of what you did tonight, and maybe if you like this live stream, a couple hundred people will watch it and it'll be done. But if you shoot a video on a species of fish that you're passionate about, it's timeless. People will watch it forever. Anytime they look up a video on that fish, it'll be there. So that's what I think used to be lasting on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I don't know because if I'm being totally honest, I didn't even watch YouTube until 3 years ago. I didn't watch YouTube until I started making YouTube, and now I can't stop watching YouTube.
Yeah, it is very addicting, but you've never just like nowadays it's like Google. Like, oh, you don't know the answer, just Google it. Whatever. Everybody has a friggin' world information device at their hands at any moment. And if you don't, then you're lucky because you get to actually enjoy life without the fact of that little computer next to you. But it's the same thing. Like, you just YouTube it. Hey, I don't know how to change my oil in my truck. YouTube
There's
it.
no way to quantify it. I'm going to pour some booze as we talk. There's no way to quantifiably identify any sort of relevance of information. And I love YouTube, and I can't tell you guys how much I enjoy having this like brand new audience because for the past 15 years, all I've done is talk to, let me phrase this correctly. Well, there's no good way to phrase this. The vast majority of the people that I encounter in the industry are middle-aged white men. And I think that the most fun and freeing thing for me is to be able to expand to an audience beyond that and to see the demographics of people that are actually interested in fish. And it's been really cool, and I don't really remember where I was going with that. Cheers. But it's really frustrating to see channels who are trying to facilitate education and a more like almost like a standardized education and have it just not at all be rewarded, and to see stuff that like most of us as fish keepers would never accept or recommend, and see it like do really well. It's very frustrating, but it doesn't take away from the fact that at the end of the day, I'm given this free platform to share the stuff that I think is relevant. So maybe that was my point in a circuitous route.
That's a good point, and I have no clue what circuitous means, but I can imagine what it means.
Circuitous, like a circle.
Circuitous.
Circuitous.
That's a great word.
It is. Vocabulary is my friend.
Oh, we have Gail Long saying attention being pulled away from good content by see-me videos, frustrating as a viewer, having to go through them to get to the good stuff. So basically that's what I was saying, is not that, there's a piece of a pie for everybody and we should all be in it to support each other, but the fact is it's so saturated that you can't sift through the, I hate to say it, like miles of bullshit to get to something that you want to watch. It's just like regular cable TV. There's so many shows out there even if you watch like one or two of them and you like it, then it gets canceled because there's 10,000 shows out there.
I have to tell you guys, I text with Mike, and every time I get a text, I read his voice.
It's okay. It's my real voice. Funny shit.
It makes me laugh, but it might be the bourbon.
It could be. It's definitely the bourbon and mostly my accent. Anybody I meet always busts my balls on my accent. Like, you actually just said that? I was like, what do you mean? I just said what? They're like, it's like in the movies. You say that thing that you say. And I'm like, but I'm just talking. Just, Steve, friggin' Poland at Aquatic Experience said that. He was like, hey, dude, where are we going? I was like, I didn't fucking park the car. Like, I don't know. And he's like, you said it. Like, you're supposed to say it from
Park the car on Harvard Yard.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm like, give me a break. None of us have ever said that. Ever.
What you have to understand is my husband is from New England. So to me, this is like every drunk time ever.
I love that.
So I think it's fun.
Here we go.
See,
Ryan.
they're putting R's in parentheses, but they should really be H's almost.
It's probably usually like 99% on AH at the end of anything you're going to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dustin busts my balls all the time, too. He loves to say that.
Oh,
Mike's
Kentucky boy had something to say?
Yeah. Dustin's always busting my chops. He's so fucking busy, too. I never even got to hang out with him at Aquatic Experience. I tried to talk to him, but he's like, he's like always like, go, 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 go. Nonstop.
I have to tell you guys, I didn't even know I had an accent until I started doing YouTube and had to edit videos. And I realized that my accent is so solidly Baltimore, it's ridiculous. And painful. Because I didn't know I had an accent. And as I was editing, I was like, oh, girl, you say dollar in all the wrong ways.
You have some like those titches that you could tell, but I wouldn't even know where it's from.
Oh, it's Baltimore. It's like Baltimore, Mason-Dixon line, Philadelphia freaking shit show. Pardon the French.
Fishy Snowman's from New York, and then you got someone from down south, Baltimore. That's what I meant. When we were out friggin' at that restaurant. I said, you said Baltimore with a D. It sounded like.
Well, I say Balmer, but most people say Baltimore, so I say it better for greater understanding.
Yes, for your local peeps that want to know what you're talking about when you're talking about Baltimore, which sounds like Baltimore, like more people need to be bald, right? You're saying
Baltimore. No, there's no D's. Well, see, this is where the accent comes into play. There's no D's involved.
See, even my boy Fishy from New York says he never even knew there was a Baltimore accent. So I just said Baltimore.
Oh, there's
like real quick.
There's
Baltimore.
a solid, like if you look at even just how I just said solid, there's like this weird O thing that goes with the word ROOF. There's a lot of Baltimore things that really come into play. My daughter just told me, Mike, that you have a good accent. We're going to meet him when you are in Amherst.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On Saturday or Sunday?
Well, you will be training. I am going to go meet him.
Wait, is that so is that Clell or what's your
that's
other
Abby, the diver. Come here.
I look like a freaking toad.
She says she looks like a toad, but I'm sure you can all tell her she's a beautiful, athletic individual.
My pants.
Oh, she has. Okay.
My pants are falling. I don't even know where I'm looking because I can't even see you.
Come down.
Right. Well, Abby, I'm a family man with lots of kids, so you should just come here with your mom after diving on your way to Boston and then we'll hang out for an hour and we'll feed you lunch.
Here's the thing. Well, we'll talk about this personally outside of this, but she's going to be training
8 to 4.
like 10 hours a day?
It's 8
What's
to
8
4.
to 4? Is that 8 hours a day?
It's 8 to 4 and then 8 to 3 the next day.
And she wants to meet up with, she does social outreach for suicide prevention. And there's a girl that is also on the same sort of like national thing with her that she wants to hang out with. So I thought I would meet you during the day and then be able to pick her up and take her to meet her friend.
Perfect.
Because it's a short weekend. But we'll talk about this.
We'll texty.
Yeah, this is very complicated. And way too complicated for YouTube.
But you're going to do great. It's going to be awesome. Massachusetts is also a great place to visit. So enjoy your time where you're going because it's beautiful country out there.
Here's another beautiful child of mine.
What?
Hello. How are you?
Look there.
I can't even see myself. Hi.
It'll show up there. There's a delay.
Living the dream. I'm exhausted.
Living the dream.
See? There you are. You're beautiful.
Princess 1 and Princess 2. Super funny princess. Super tired princess.
I'm exhausted. Nothing makes sense.
If you guys are lucky, they'll carry a cat into frame.
Oh, I got you.
Good night, my dear.
No, I got you. Fam. Oh my God. There's
Just wait for it.
Hold on.
Can you do any Fortnite dances? Because that's what Mike
This is Mabel Grace.
Ew,
this is Mabel Grace.
I'm giving you free ASMR and you're not appreciating it.
She's kind of weird.
Okay.
My cat?
Cats have just arrived. Is there cats? Yes, there's one cat.
Oh, she's sitting on my head.
Where's the psycho cat?
Ew. Which one?
Oh,
the big black and white one?
The 12-year-old one that's been adopted.
Yeah, he won't come inside while people are here.
That's what heartbreak looks like.
All right, I'm going to do one of my famous... Someone needs to ask Rachel a question so she can dock for 2 minutes so I can go grab another beer.
See, because he's not as smart as me to keep the bottle by the...
I got this, but I need a beer. So, folks, all you 39 million people, Rach, make sure you are aware that the 39 people watching is actually 39 million people. It's
40 million now.
Oh, 40 million now. I just closed the zeros down because I want you to feel comfortable.
I know.
Like super crazy that there's 40 million people watching. So, someone asked Rachel a fish question, so she can answer you.
Oh, there's a couple good questions already. That was quick. What's the one fish I will never keep? Oh my goodness. I don't think there's any fish that I wouldn't keep. Except for maybe something like a red-tailed catfish. Mainly because I don't think I could ever provide for them adequately. Would I ever set up a reef aquarium and keep corals? Absolutely. Here's the thing with me, guys. Like, I don't do things a little bit. When I got into fish and nanofish and even monster fish, like I've done things a big way. When I got into carnivorous plants, we put in the greenhouse. I'm not very good at doing things just a little bit. So my concern with starting with saltwater is not that it's difficult or hard or that I wouldn't want to do it. It's that I would do it so much. What is the most colorful nanofish? It depends on what region you're looking at. I think the most colorful, popular nanofish river life is the Chili Rasbora. Do I have any ideas of stock list when I start shipping again? I started shipping again this week, limited. What I'm trying to do right now is sort of see how how much it sucks at the end of the day when I'm, oh my goodness, Mike, you are a loud motherfucker.
I know, I'm sorry.
What I'm trying to do right now is see how horrible it sucks at the end of the day when I am shipping. So we'll see. My knee is pretty much sucking still. They think I might have another RDA disorder, but that's not very exciting. So it is what it is.
Yes, I was going to pee and grab beers. Sorry. So sorry. And there it is. Yeah, I actually, speaking of that, I would love to see you do saltwater. I know I said this into your interview, and you said you did it way in the past, but I'd love to see you do something small.
No, I've never done saltwater, ever.
Oh, I thought you said you did it way in the past.
No, I've never. And the thing that's interesting is I have a few new opportunities that are coming up lately. I've always shied completely away from any sort of sponsorship, but I have a few companies that have reached out recently that I think may be worth, I don't even know if it's worth it, but it's worth me thinking about the fact of doing saltwater simply because they would provide support for me to do so.
Yeah, it would be so fun. You would love it. I really think you'd love it.
Well, what I was saying when you were gone is it's not that I don't want to do saltwater, it's that I never do anything a little bit.
Okay, you always go balls to the wall, right?
Oh, completely. So the idea of trying to fit 2 fish rooms into 1 fish room is really difficult.
I think you could do it. I love actually, it's so weird too. The succulents. Me and my wife and the kids, like, we love going now to friggin' purchase succulents.
I just need a moment.
I gotta do one.
Cheers, Mike.
That's good stuff, though. Ooh, that's yummy. Yeah, I'm addicted to succulents now. Got the whole house. We're gonna fill it with little pots of succulents. That's a whole nother aspect of the hobby that you can go. I really wanted to start with like vivariums. Well, what do you call it?
No, that's exactly what you call them.
Like
Paludariums?
25% water, paludarium. 25% water with some nanofit, which you are an expert at, and then all sorts of plants. Just like a crazy ecosystem. Perfect. Awesome.
I just saw it cut to me pouring a drink.
Yeah, you're like, don't mind me. Just get this giant bottle of bourbon. Delicious drink down the go.
So, yes.
Oh, Greg says those air plants too. Those are awesome. Air plants.
Oh, yeah, the Talas. Actually, I mean, I wish I could show you guys. I have that stuff all over my house. It's interesting, as I go further and further into the aquarium hobby, I find myself being like absolutely further and further into the plant hobby, and that's the aquatic plant hobby and, all these extraneous things around it. I'm growing orchids, I'm growing violets, I'm growing air plants and succulents, and to me, it's just this like incredible like world of overlap that is really not being capitalized on. And apparently my channel's not the best to see the reach, but there's a lot of really cool things that you can just do in your house.
Have you I will text you the link to Serpa Design. If you haven't
Oh,
seen
I know him. I've been on his channel and he's commented on mine. He's fantastic.
Isn't the
He's
shit
like awesome.
the
We were
stuff
just
he's doing?
texting last week.
Oh, perfect. The stuff he's doing is awesome. I love watching his channel. He's got one of those voices that, like, you know, it's not like James Earl Jones or anything, but it's just like kind of like puts you at ease. And, you know, like I always picture my voice to like D Love, who we met, or CJ. Those guys just put me at ease. His voice just showing his stuff does. I can't wait to get into that. And I love the
Well,
fact
what
that like those tiny little fish, and then you can have other life going on at different levels of the tank that's not water. Awesome.
what I really like about his channel is that he's really invested in like learning about what he's talking about. And I think that's something that's pretty lacking in a lot of channels. And I really enjoy it. Him and
I'm glad you're on tonight talking about lacking of other channels. Anyway, go for it.
well, I mean, I'm not being that asshole. But the other thing that I
I'm an
really
asshole.
enjoy,
I'm jumping on the grenade. You get to just choose.
the
Talk.
other thing that I really enjoy, Mike, you're killing me.
I know. I've had a lot of beers. Go ahead. Go for it.
You got a lot of beers. What beers are you drinking tonight? Anyway,
Fucking
I
Bud Light's
really
gay.
enjoy. Am I allowed to talk yet?
Yes. The zips. Well, my fucking mouth is shut. Go.
They say everybody shot time. I don't have any shots to drink, but I think everyone should drink a shot at this point. We'll
Yes.
just
Serpa.
pretend.
Actually, please talk about Serpa Design for the next 5 minutes because I love his channel. Go.
I think he's fantastic. Like what I really enjoy about him the most and what like inspires me as a creator and as a human being is someone who's like interested in more than like what is just getting views. Like he's super interested in just like making cool stuff. And I feel the same way about Ants Canada. If any of you guys haven't checked out that channel, you're missing out because this dude is really fun to watch. And it's about ants, but it's also about plants and it's also about fish. And
I learned a
I
lot
think
about that channel at AE. Greg and Mike told me about that channel. Unbelievable.
well, I mean, my whole thing is like, I don't really care what I'm watching. I can tell you guys honestly, I very rarely watch aquarium channels, but what I do watch is channels that are like interesting and smart and fun and energetic and stuff that just like makes my inner geek sing. And, you know, I think it's really sad that a lot of our channels that personally make my inner geek sing, maybe my inner geek is a bit of a dork. But it makes me sad that it's not getting rewarded in the way that it should. But if you're looking for channels to watch, like there's a whole passel that I watch that have nothing to do with fish keeping, but also end up tying in with conservation and sort of the like the ethical responsibility of being a human being.
So
And I think
many
that would be
channels out
something
there.
to talk about later.
Yeah, that would be a good live stream topic. You should totally do that live stream. You would kill it.
No, I'd probably get like 400 views and like 47 dislikes.
The phone. It's got me. It's got me trapped. The phone has got me trapped. Let's see if does anybody have any questions for Rachel? She is.
You know what I
live.
want to know?
Oh, good.
Do
Ask
you,
me a question.
do,
I love this.
do you guys want me to go visit Mike and bust in real time?
Rachel's gonna bust into the my fish room. Actually, I would love that because I'll cook you dinner or lunch, wherever time you're coming.
Do you want me to expose him? It only works if we only drink at different times.
No, yeah, not gonna happen. Look what no. Oh, Lisa wants you. Lisa's the best. I would love to meet Lisa in real life. She is literally the best.
Is this who you were telling me about earlier today?
What?
Is that the girl you were telling me about earlier today?
No, that's Lisa Aquaria. This is Lisa's
water. So close.
I know. There's like a trillion YouTubers. That's what I'm saying. You cannot ever find out who is an actual YouTuber. Not even that. I'm not even saying that. Like there's so many videos out there. You can't even watch them all. You have to watch if you're subscribed to, like, say you have getting ready to have 100,000 subscribers. So
soon
100,000 people are gonna watch your video, and then say they're also subscribed to somebody else. So now they have to watch that video, and then they're probably subscribed to like a lot of people. So all day long they have to watch videos. It's impossible.
Here's the thing, Mike.
I'm waiting for the thing.
Only me will have fish pimp across their knuckles.
That's probably true. I bet you there's only like one other person in the world that has that, and that will be like your soulmate. It'll be like some Sri Lankan guy on an island who got them tapped out with the bamboo tattoo, and he's like, "Hey, Rachel, I got fish pimp too."
You're like, "Oh, pimps are cool. That's great." Hey, I have to warn you, my phone is about to die, and I have absolutely no idea where in my house my charger is. I'm so sorry.
Okay. That's extremely okay. You know me. Let's go with the flow. Did we have a surge? Oh, now all of a sudden we have 47 people from. Excuse me.
You mean 47,000?
No, sorry, 46 million people watching right now, as opposed to 32 million people. So 46 million people is a big increase for sure. You know what I'm into right now is I've been into them before and then got out. Now I'm like super into plecos again. I absolutely love them. I've fallen back. It's like back to Kelly, but it's plecos version. Love plecos.
Sorry,
Ryan's still around.
I just went and grabbed a way to communicate better through the. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. We're struggling. I just plugged you in and now it's making everything awful. I am a catfish hoarder, to be clear. I love all plecos. I love all catfish. I like brown fish. I like fish that hide from every other fish. I like fish that exhibit no real coloration. I love fish. I think this is an entire part of fish that is sadly not explored.
Which part of fish is not explored?
All the ugly fish.
Oh, the ugly fish. Oh, I saw your video today. Sad fish face.
Grumpy
Face fish.
You know, that was one that I thought was going to do well, and it looks like shit. So,
Yeah,
is
that
what it
happens.
is.
See, that's what I'm saying. Normally, you would get a lot of people that want to legitimately see grumpy face fish, but there was just 97,000 videos uploaded at the same time you uploaded your grumpy fish video.
Oh, goodness. This is not working out for trying to have you plugged in.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
If you must bug out, this live stream is, I don't even know. Can I even see that? I'm like seriously a computer, not smarty pants here. Right.
Someday when we're both rich and famous, we'll regret this.
No, I don't think we'll regret it. If we ever are rich and famous, we would probably like thrive on the fact that this happened. We'd be like, holy shit, fucking millionaire, and this shit happened. You'll just like relish in it. You'll watch it on like MTV like 10 years ago when you're old. You're like tennis
So if
ball in the
all
back
of
in the
our
locker.
41 million people that are watching, because we're just expounding this, want us to get together in real life and do a video, they need to hit that thumbs up.
Oh,
And they
yes.
need to share it.
Yeah.
And they
Go
need
for
to
it, people.
say, look, bitch, you need to drive 7 hours out of your way and go visit Mike.
Yeah. It's pretty strange that out of 40 million people watching, there's only 51 likes. That means like at least 4.9 million people do not like the live stream, which sucks.
You know,
You know.
I'm pretty used to not being liked, but I thought there would be better for this.
So I did a thing the other day as I sent it to you too. I posted my ball busting of Lisa Aquaria. I texted you Lisa Aquaria's
You did with
that
your
video.
beautiful rack.
Yeah, and my towel and like was awesome. Where am I going? There was a point to this. I've all of a sudden forget the point. Fuck. Oh yeah. So you can take old videos that, if you like them, I suppose would be the proper like way to put them, like share them and be like, hey, does anybody remember Lisa Aquaria? And post a video for new subscribers to watch again, because it's so like deep down in your video collection. Like nobody's gonna watch like video 37 out of 695. All right, Joseph's
Well,
number 51.
the thing that was weird is when I went to her channel, she had nothing on there except for like videos.
She was funny, and
So that
she
made it weird.
showed some pretty good. Maybe she took a bunch of videos off.
There was literally no video other than liked videos. Because I didn't know about her until you told me about her.
Yeah, I don't think she's done a video in probably. Oh man, it's got to be like whenever that video was. Maybe like 3 years ago, I would say. Sometimes I'm
Mike.
afraid to click on these screens because I'm afraid they'll just.
I was just thinking, like, I should have a sponsor for Botox with my forehead.
No, you have to think. How many fish keepers are going to be like, geez, Botox? No, nobody's going to say that ever. Sean
We'll
posted
see.
an
We'll
awesome Facebook. As everybody knows, I really don't give AF. Sean posted a great post on Sean from, I'll just say Sean because Rachel will know who I'm talking about, but anybody else who doesn't know, then they don't need to know. Posted the what does hashtag fish fam mean to everybody. It was super funny, and then it disappeared, and I never got to see it.
I didn't see it either.
It disappeared like
Kind of like the
Watergate.
mentality.
Yeah, exactly. It was weird. I was like, oh, I want to say something, and then I was gone. I couldn't find it. It's like, did I comment? Do I have to go back and read my comment? Where is it? It's gone. It's missing. And then the whole thing was gone. But you guys also celebrated. I love Sean, by the way. He's one of my greatest people on this earth that I met through YouTube. You guys celebrated some sort of Facebook friendship today. It was like a 3 or 4 year Facebook friendship. That's fun.
I don't even know, but I have to say that there are very few creators that I actually like legitimately like get behind. I think that Sean, which is Peck Tech on YouTube, is without a doubt one of the most creative, fun people that makes content. And beyond that, he takes it so much further. I mean, he does these like incredible things with his content, with aquarium keeping as well as other interests. And I just think it's awesome. I also wanted to say that I didn't realize my fish scales were so obvious on camera. So now you all know.
I never even saw those.
I didn't either until this live stream.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. I'm a big giant wuss. I like tattoos, but I don't like the way they feel. So I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm being a puss. But
Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm not a puss.
so my buddy Shad Quill, who I think would be like fit right up your alley. You would get along with him. So, also I have a funny story to tell about your buddy Ricky, who me and my wife watched this show, and there's this dude on it looks just like Ricky. I'll text you a picture of him. It's funny. Shad Quill, excuse me. He liked all sorts of fish tanks. He's a tattoo artist. He runs Valhalla Tattoo in Massachusetts.
Is he trying to be like a freaking Nordic badass?
No, that's his real name.
I mean, Valhalla is, a Nordic
Georgia.
badass.
I don't even know what he's doing.
Valhalla is like freaking like Nordic. All right, go on.
See,
I'm so sorry.
You would understand him better than me. I can't understand.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just
Continue,
skipped
please.
over. Boom, and you and Chad are like, this, you guys are going to be rock solid, and I still don't have a clue what you guys would be talking about. So perfect.
Well, Valhalla is like, may I interrupt for a second? Valhalla is like the heaven for Christians, but it's for the more Nordic slant.
Vikings, ass core, like
those of us that have pimp on our knuckles. I'm only laughing at myself to be clear. I'm only laughing at myself to be clear.
That's okay. You can laugh at me or anybody. That's the beauty of this country. And it's Friday night. Even better. I've got a trillion soccer games to go to tomorrow.
Oh,
I've not even paid one attention to the chat. Ugh.
Me neither. I'm so sorry, all of you that were here unpublicized.
Well, we still have 40 trillion people watching, which is good.
I just
The new
had a moment.
world record, 41 trillion people. There's not even enough people in the United States that they have outsourced us to Germany, Sri Lanka, South Korea, the works. Everybody's watching us.
What would happen if I showed my boobs? It might break the internet.
Okay. Then I'd be banned from YouTube and I wouldn't have a channel, and you would at that point be not allowing me to pay my cable bill or my cell phone bill.
That would be unfortunate.
It would be bad. For sure. Although you would get a lot of people from China tuning in, because I think it's like, what is it, 11? So it's got to be like lunchtime. No BJJ brawler. Got to remove the comment. All right? Thank you, wrenches. See, that is also so. Even though there's 41 million people watching, it's important to have good, solid moderators on your YouTube channel to delete inappropriate and rude messages. Like,
I only have like
Joseph.
one moderator, so I'm so broken in this respect.
Yeah, you need good moderators. Anytime you do a live stream, you definitely need good moderators of people that you trust. Another great. This is awesome. I always say this. I've probably said this like 97 times on this live stream, but I do love meeting people that you interact with on YouTube. Not just like, hey, you're a real person. I meet you. I look at your face, but like, if you have something in common, you can talk forever. Like Fishy Snowman. Like, I'd probably go hang out with him on the weekends, and like we'd be best buds. But it's good to see him in person, not just like, as a opposite side of the camera looking at his gorgeous Zoas type person, if that makes any sense.
No, I agree 100%. It's like super nice to meet people that are just real people.
Real people taking care of real fish. Boom. All right. What has this? All right, let's do let's see. What do we got? See how many people are watching. Still, now we have 46 trillion people. Amazing, folks. I'd like to thank all 46 million people watching the Mass Aquarium.
Million or trillion? I mean, you got to get it together here.
Oh, it just dropped off as soon as I was getting ready to congratulate them. Like, 40 trillion people dropped off, so now it's just 45 million. But that's still great. Greg's still watching. Real Fish Keepers of New England. If that's a thing, dilly dilly. Rachel's having a blast. Fishy Snowman just deleted his own comment, which imagine a moderator making a comment and then having to delete his own comment. I mean, that's got to be bad.
Oh God.
So that's
yes, 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 please bring more of those.
Rachel's down in her bourbon. Get the Bud Lights. Let's
You're drinking Bud Light?
Yeah, of course. It's my go-to.
Really? I just have to take a moment and say that your response was,
Well, it's delicious. It's like almost like if you're like, hey, what do you think of my raspberry preserves? Oh, it's fucking delicious.
It's not at all the same, honey.
This is the best raspberry preserves I've ever eaten. I mean, it's like cheap, but it's like it tastes good. So
I have to have a solid disagreement there.
It's a cheap beer. I understand that. Fishy Snowman loves Mike from Mass. See that? He's basically like 1 million people, if you think about it. They're
I
like,
mean,
oh my
I'm
God.
totally fine with everyone saying, like, drink more Bud Light, but that's not me.
No, I know. You like the bourbon. I
I
can choose you
do.
with a little fireball shot though. You want to do an online fireball cheers?
I only have Jim Beam to offer up.
All right,
But
we can choose that. And then we're gonna do a rapid fire fish question, and then call it a night.
I'm down.
Let's cheers.
So I'm holding it up, and this is a sick fucking shot.
No, just
You
do a
ready?
tiny bit of that. Do not slug that, please.
No, I will absolutely slug this.
It's not necessary. Tiny. You have to finish. That's a giant shot. You're gonna.
Might.
Okay, go. I'm gonna do a little
All
bit.
right.
I'm gonna do a little baby one. That's good. See? Just a baby shot.
Yep.
Got the ice.
Ooh. Ooh.
Exactly.
Ooh.
On fire. All right, let's do some rapid fire fish questions
Give
quickly.
me fish questions.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few questions that I have from my own tanks, and let's see how you answer them. As you can see, I have all my notes written out. There's nothing here. Just what?
I'm so sorry. I need a moment. That usually you're like, see my notes. There's nothing written out here. To me, that was hilarious. I'm so sorry for all that are not involved.
That's okay. There's literally, what are we up to now? Let's see. 44 trillion people watching, which is great. I mean, that's like people from another planet watching because we don't even have 44 trillion people on the planet. So we're doing great as far as
Hey,
views.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
They will never be as beautiful as us.
Yeah. Will never happen. Not even the best German blue ram, which is such a pretty fish. Love
I
those
hate
fish.
that fish.
I can't keep them for years and years and years. I've tried to keep them. I can't do it.
That's because they suck.
Yeah, they do suck. German blue ram. I want a t-shirt that says German blue rams suck. Like, fuck you, German blue rams. You suck. Anyway.
I mean, that's legit.
Now I've completely forgotten the question I was going to ask you. Did I already ask you the question? Do you have to?
You have not asked me any question.
There was a legitimate question I needed to ask. Oh yeah, what is your favorite small fish to keep in a like 10-gallon tank? Small fish, not trapped fish. Just will enjoy that 10-gallon tank. I don't even think that was my question. I just pulled that like I have no clue. Enjoy.
Does this mean you have like a jar of like coconut oil sitting next to you? I don't really think there's
Best small fish. Best small fish. What is the best tiny fish for people that keep smaller tanks? Let's start with that.
Bararis in general. Bararis, which is like chili rasboras. I'm very, very, very poor at the common names. So Bararis brigete, which is your chili rasbora, your ophthalmoides, maras, any of the Bararis complex are really the very best to keep in those like smaller tanks, because they're basically stupid about their role within the food chain. They seem to have absolutely no idea that they're going to be eaten.
47 trillion people watching, Rach. Come on.
Well, what do you want from me? I already answered the question.
Perfect. And inquiring minds want to know.
I mean, if you're looking for a cheap fish, go with white clouds. They're without a doubt my favorite fish ever.
I love white
They're
clouds,
cheap,
and I can't
they're
even find them
awesome.
anywhere. I can't find white clouds anywhere.
I just have to go like this to that response. They're always available. You just don't always know they're white clouds. I mean, they're without a doubt the best fish ever for the new fish keeper.
White clouds are certainly hardy, but I honestly can't find those beautiful fish. It's so gorgeous. I love them. I wish I could have 100 of them.
Hardy.
See that? Post it right there. Do it again.
I'm so sorry. I must say, I think I'm hilarious.
Rachel is starting a new comedy on Netflix. It's one woman stand up. Well, actually, it's more like 4 with Chris and the kids. Could be actually an amazing hit. I think we need to see the stand up for sure. Dilly dilly.
I'm so I apologize in advance.
Jesus. But let's see how many million people we have watching. I'll click on it. Oh, look, 45 million people. So great.
That's pretty awesome.
That is one great turnout. 45 million people. Are you serious, folks? 45 million people tuned in to Friday night live Night Owls edition.
So what you need to ask them is, like, would a special bikini episode make it more worthwhile? What do we need to do when I come to visit?
Well, the views would definitely be, I'm sure, crazy. But we'll just do a live stream. Live stream in the basement. Put all the tanks on, fire them up. Kids running around. It'll be fun, right?
Absolutely.
Let's see what we have here. All right, folks. Let's call it a Rach. You stay there. And we'll call it a night. Oh, where'd it go? All right. All right, folks. Good night.